My name is Hallie Rubenhold. I am a social historian, and my most recent book, The Five, is the first biography of the five women killed by Jack the Ripper. And what I've done with The Five is to basically reassess what we know about the Jack the Ripper murders. But more importantly, to tell it from the story of the five women, to give them life again, to give them stories, to make them human, to flesh them out. And a lot of this contradicts what the received understanding is of this Ripper legend, which means so much to people, I think, personally in some instances, and culturally as well. In order to tell the story of these women, I had to go back to a lot of original sources. So my work is mainly based on original sources and some newspaper sources. And we know that newspapers don't give a very reliable or full picture of an entire story. So I wanted to really look at who these women were as much as we possibly can, because it's often believed that poor women didn't leave their histories behind for us to uncover. And I actually found that's completely wrong, because you can go back into the records, as I did. I looked at workhouse records, I looked at census records, I looked at birth, marriage, death records. I looked at everything from school records to army records. And you can, bit by bit, sew these lives back together and create a larger panorama of what a life experience would have been like for a poor woman in Victorian Britain. You have to absolutely love detective work to become a social historian, especially if you're looking into the lives of people who don't have their stories told very often. So part of what certainly motivated me was a desire to know the truth. And you have to be fairly dogged when it comes to digging up new information. You start with the smallest fragment and read around it. You flesh out the lives. You look at the experiences of other people, and you try to figure out where that particular experience of that particular person at that particular time would fit into the larger perspective. If you were interested in researching a lesser known figure in history, even your family, start with the records, but then also read what other people have written about that particular time and place and the experiences people had of that particular time and place.